Sometimes people will try to be like, you don't have type 4 hair, thinking that I'm saying I have 4C hair. Type 4 hair can mean A, B, and C, for the record.
Head high, chest up, and catch that frame, cause beauty is my name.
What up, beauty gang? Halfrican Beaute here, and today I'm bringing you guys yet another video. Today, as you can tell by the title, I am doing a natural hair Q&A. I went on my Instagram story to get the questions from you guys of what you guys have been dying to ask me for the longest, because so many people have so many questions about my hair, their hair. Sometimes it just be overwhelming. I really don't answer hair questions like that. My mentality is typically like, if you don't watch my videos, because I have so many natural hair videos, you're on your own. But I know that's kind of like the petty route, so I decided to go ahead and open that door for any and all hair questions that y'all have for me. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. But before I hop into this video, if you're new to Beauty Gang, you ain't never heard of us, sis, you was too soon. We don't know where you've been at, but we are so glad that you found us. This Beauty Gang is hella stupid lit over here. If you don't believe me, go and check the comment section below and you'll see multiple Beauty Gang members vouching for the fact that we are hella stupid lit. So after you've done that, go hit that subscribe button and the bell button so you're notified each time I post a new video. Without further ado, let's hop into these questions. Sis, quick disclaimer, I am not no licensed cosmetologist. I'm not no hairstylist. I ain't no professional in that sense. Literally, I just do different things with my own hair and it's worked out for me. So all my answers to you guys' questions is gonna be based off personal experience and stuff that I've learned. First question, how do you know you need a trim? For me personally, I know when I need a trim for a couple of reasons. One, if I feel hella single strand knots at the end of my hair, if I don't have like a nice pretty coil at the end of my hair, specifically for twist outs, I know it's time for a trim. Another thing, if I am blow drying my hair and I get like a whole bunch of kind of like a breakage and hair on the floor when I'm done, I know it's time for a trim. And if I'm losing a lot of hair during my wash day, so like after detangling my hair and whatnot, if a lot of hair is coming out more than usual, those are all the signs that I personally use during my natural hair journey to know it's time for a trim. Did it take a long time to master a wash and go? I need more tips. You know what? It actually didn't take a long time to master a wash and go. I think the biggest thing with wash and goes is what product you use, especially depending on what your hair type is. In the beginning, I remember I used to only use like Eco Styler gel, and then in the later on part of my natural hair journey, when I started to understand things a little bit better, when I want to do a wash and go, for the most part, I only use a styling cream that I know is very moisturizing and also very defining for my hair. I know people are gonna ask, well, what product are you talking about? Two products that do really good for my hair in terms of defining it and moisturizing it is either Carol's Daughter Coco Cream and Texture ID Styling Cream. Those do really good for my type 4 hair in terms of giving it a really nice definition and hold without needing to do gel for wash and go. However, in my personal opinion, I wouldn't focus too hard on trying to master a wash and go because it's not really the healthiest, at least not for my hair type. I've noticed for my type 4 hair, wash and goes give me a lot of single strand knots, a lot of tangles, a lot of matting. It looks great the first 3 to 4 days, but after that, everything kind of goes downhill. But to answer your question, in terms of mastering a wash and go, I definitely think it comes down to the styling products that you use for sure. Because there's other styling products or gels that I've used before and they don't do nothing for my hair. It does not define it. It don't make it look popping. So you just gotta figure out what product works best for you. I got this question a couple of times. What product did you use that mainly helped with your hair growth? There's actually 2 products I would say for sure help with that. Jamaican black castor oil and wild growth hair oil. Those 2 oils did a number for my hair, especially during my wig season. So if there's any product and or products that I have to attribute majority of my hair growth to, it is those 2 oils for sure. Someone asked stretching methods without heat. So a lot of you guys do know, I think even in my last natural hair video, my last natural hair video on my channel was me stretching my hair with heat. Now, how to stretch your hair without heat, a lot of people do like the banding method where you take a ponytail holder or an elastic headband and like you can take one piece of your hair and you'll literally wrap it all the way down. You can actually wear it overnight so that it is in that stretch state for multiple hours. Or I actually have my fall to winter wash day routine, I believe, that I showed a way of how I stretch my hair without using heat. It kind of gives me more of a crinkled blow dried look. So it just depends on if you want your hair to be in like a very curly natural state or if you're okay with it being in a more stretched blow dried state. Someone asked, do you take any supplements to promote hair growth? I remember the very beginning of my natural hair journey when I just yearned for growth. I think I tried Hairfinity for maybe like a week and I think that broke me out really bad. And I tried this other like vitamin thing. It wasn't just for your hair. Supposedly it was for like hair, skin, and nails. Only benefit I saw was it strengthened my nails, and that didn't even like last long in terms of trial trial period. So I've never personally used any hair growth supplements, pills, or whatever. I, for the most part, grew my hair on the more natural side of things. Someone asked, how long does it take for your hair to adjust to twist outs? Mine never comes out right. In terms of adjust, I wouldn't really use the word adjust, but when I first ever did a twist out, it did not turn out very nice. I did not like how it looked, and it's because I took it down way too soon. If your twist out isn't 120% dry before you take it down, it ain't gonna turn out cute. Almost any hairstyle, honestly, that requires it to set, if you take it down before it is 100% done setting, it's not gonna turn out cute. So for me, even to this day, when I do twist outs, it takes up to 48 hours for my hair to 100% dry. So maybe next time you do a twist out, try letting your hair stay in twist for a good 2 days before taking your hair down, and you should get a different outcome than maybe what you've been experiencing. Someone asked, how did you take care of your natural hair under wigs or in between wig switches? Crazy enough, I really didn't even have to wash my hair much during wig season. I would go like 2-3 months without washing my hair or just being them dookie cornrows under my wig. To actually create like the cornrows in my hair, I would use Jamaican black castor oil, Shea Moisture Jamaican black castor oil leave-in conditioner, and then within the parts of my cornrows, I'll put the wild growth hair oil. If it started looking a little dry and crusty, I would literally take a glob of Shea Moisture Jamaican black castor oil leave-in conditioner, and I would just put it all throughout my hair and the cornrows and stuff, and then I would go between the roots and use the wild growth hair oil. That personally worked for me and my hair best in terms of its growth and like re-moisturizing it while I'm wearing wigs. Someone asked, do you ever think about perms when you get tired of your hair? No, personally, because I never have had a perm or relaxer in my life, but sometimes when I do get annoyed and frustrated with my hair, I just end up resulting into my wig season, which I'm about to hop into real soon. Someone asked, how do you deal with single strand knots? Honestly, you gotta cut them bangs. I even feel them on my hair now, and it's so frustrating. That's how I really know it is time to go ahead into wig season, because I haven't really been taking care of my hair the absolute best like I probably should, and my hair is definitely showing out. So when it comes to single strand knots, you gotta go ahead and trim those off. Brings up a good point. I probably will end up like blow drying my hair and trimming it before going into my wig season, just so I'll start on some fresh ends, because them single strand knots be messing your girl up. Now this is a question that I got a lot. A lot of people ask me, did you ever try the rice water? If so, does it work? I personally have never tried the rice water. I think it's kind of the laziness in me that just doesn't feel like going through that process, because I think the glimpse of the rice water video that I did see, they have to like boil it and then leave it in the fridge for some days and then do that to their hair every day. Something wild. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I'd rather just grow my hair at a slower rate, but a much easier process than to do all the extra. So no, I personally have not used the rice water challenge, so I cannot help anybody out with that. Somebody asked, how often do you wash your hair? I would say, honestly, I wash my hair maybe once a month. Maybe twice. Someone asked, what do I do if I can't bring myself to cut off my heat damage? ... Any motivation? Honestly, I would say just go into protective styles, whether that be getting your hair braided often or like popping into a wig season and whatnot. Before you know it, your hair will grow. Someone asked, how do you trim your own hair without butchering it? I actually did a video on my channel on how I personally trim my hair, and it's worked for me for some years now. So if you want to check that video out after this one, you should go ahead and do that. Someone asked, what is the best edge control for 4C hair? I feel like sometimes, by the way, people get confused and say 4C hair instead of just type 4 hair. Or sometimes people will try to be like, you don't have type 4 hair, thinking that I'm saying I have 4C hair. Type 4 hair can mean A, B, and C. I don't even feel like going down the whole educational lecture route. So if you have not seen this video on my channel of me breaking down hair porosities, which a lot of people ask me about, hair types, curl patterns, LOC methods, and all that good stuff, you should check out that video for sure. That will answer a lot of your questions with that. However, as of lately, my favorite edge control has been this Kiss Colors and Care Edge Fixer Glued Matte Hold, which is pretty new to the scene that they came out with. That junk holds my edges all day, honey. I love that edge control. I used to also really like Style Factor Edge Booster and EBIN, I believe, New York, the Max Hold one. Those three have done my edges justice, I would say. Somebody asked, do you use protein treatments treatments. You know what? I haven't done a protein treatment in like 4 years. I only did them in the very beginning of my natural hair journey, and those didn't go well for me because I did not understand what protein treatments were or anything like that. This is when I was just kind of starting to watch YouTube, watch natural hair influencers. I remember there was one video in particular I saw of an influencer using like some olive oil mayonnaise as a protein treatment to like bring her curls back to life and stuff. Back then I didn't know that like my curls not coming back was because I had heat damage, and I also didn't know that protein treatments aren't supposed to be a frequent thing. So I was doing protein treatments on my hair almost once a week, and I got like protein overload, which ended up messing up my hair a lot. I think I remember losing a lot of hair, and something else went real south too with doing that. So I think that honestly kind of scared me from doing protein treatments in general. Plus I realized, at least for my hair personally, I don't really need to do a protein treatment in order for me to have healthy natural hair. Someone asked how to sleep at night with natural hair. I personally just pineapple my hair and throw on my big old bonnet. However, I do have a natural hair video of like 4 or 5 different ways that you can sleep with your natural hair at night, so you should check out that video if you really want to know in depth different ways that you can sleep with your natural hair at night. But yeah, what I personally do present day is just throw my hair in a pineapple and call it a night. That goes for wash and goes, twist outs, whatever kind of like natural form my hair is in. I'll always just pineapple it and figure it out in the morning. Someone asked, what is the best way in your opinion to detangle? That's an interesting question, because if I'm gonna answer that in the most like healthy way, I would probably say finger detangling. However, what I've been doing lately to kind of speed up my wash day process is actually using a wide, well, I finger detangle for a little bit, then I use a wide tooth comb, then I use a tangle teaser on my sections, and I noticed that it goes a lot faster. So I guess it just depends on what you're looking for. Not to say that using like styling tools and stuff is an unhealthy route, but I do feel like I do have kind of a little bit more hair come out when I'm using styling tools than if I'm just using my fingers. But just using my fingers takes way longer, so it just depends. Somebody asked, why do you condition before you shampoo? I'm actually gonna like read off my answer because I wrote this a long time ago for a video I did, and I described it so perfectly I just feel as though I should reiterate it. So the reason I like to condition before shampooing is because shampoo tends to have very stripping and drying properties, which is a recipe for disaster on untamed hair, especially if you're type 4 like me. It can cause huge knots, additional tangles, and matting. And personally to me, it isn't good for hair health. 2, I like to finger detangle and create twisted sections in my hair prior to shampoo because it makes for an easier wash day and it creates better manageability. And 3, conditioner has moisturizing properties in it, unlike shampoo, along with slip that helps make detangling a lot easier. So in short, the main reason I like to condition before shampoo is because in the past I've always noticed shampooing my hair immediately, especially after having my hair in like this state and it's old and it's already kind of dry and matted and stuff, going ahead and adding shampoo to that already matted, tangled disaster is literally a recipe for disaster. So I always just like to condition my hair, section it, and then just shampoo my roots. If you haven't seen any of my wash day routines, just go ahead and check it out. It makes a huge difference. So many people say that it's helped them so much, especially during their wash day routines as well. So go ahead and check it out. Halfrican Beaute will never steer you wrong, boo. Trust. Somebody asked, how many years have you been natural? You know what? There's kind of a 2-part answer to this because technically I've been natural all my life. Like I said earlier, I've never had a perm or relaxer. However, I didn't start taking my natural hair seriously in terms of like healthy hair growth and just a healthy hair period. I would say that started my freshman year, which was 6 years ago, maybe 5-6 years ago. I do have a whole natural hair journey video on my channel if you've never seen it before, that I literally take you guys through the process through videos and pictures of my entire journey, how I started out and how I ended up kind of where I am now. So you should definitely go check that out, whether you want inspiration, motivation, or you just want to see what my journey was personally for me. That would be a really helpful video to watch. Someone asked, how often should you trim your hair? I don't know if it's a matter of how often you should. For me personally, I would say I try to trim my hair every 3 to 4 months, or just whenever my ends feel or look bad. I can just tell my hair just act real different and funny when it's time for a trim. So you gotta kind of develop honestly a relationship with your hair to know when it's time. But for the most part, I would say every 3 to 4 months trimming it would be decent. Someone asked, how do you prevent breakage? There's a couple ways to prevent that. So I know I said for me in terms of detangling or whatever, I use styling tools in the shower, but the reason I end up kind of having more hair come out using styling tools than finger detangling is because I do kind of sometimes get breakage. I'm not gonna lie about that. Other ways to prevent it is avoid tight hairstyles. I love my low sleek buns, but I get a lot of breakage breakage from doing those, especially in the front of my hair. Another way to prevent breakage, especially around your edges, is to not lay them all the time. Now, I am the edge laying queen, so that's something I just can't really give up. I have sometimes deterred from doing it every single day like I used to, but ultimately manipulating your hair and or edges a lot will cause breakage. Also, messing with your hair when it's in a wet state, it's very vulnerable and susceptible to breakage, more so than when it's dry. That's another thing too. Try not to style your hair and manipulate it too much when it's wet. I get this question a lot. Are you going to color your hair again? You know, y'all, I don't know. I used to be flat out like, no. I used to say that a couple years ago when I finally got my hair to a length that I was happy with and it was really healthy and stuff, because I definitely went through a process with coloring my hair, whether it be from literally my roots to my ends or just having color on the very ends of my hair. I didn't like how drying the color caused my hair to be and like how many single strand knots and just, I don't know, I didn't like that process, especially because I was trying to healthily grow my hair. So I feel like if I was to do color on my hair again, my hair would have to be at a length that I'm very happy with, and I would probably only do the ends. Actually, I'm not gonna say what I would do. I just know I wouldn't color my hair until my hair is at a length that I'm happy and satisfied with, if I was to do it. Someone asked, how do you keep those curls popping? Ain't nothing to it but to do it, sis. I feel like I don't really manipulate my hair that much. That's why my twist outs can last well over a week. What's the longest I've had my hair last? It's actually been longer than this, but I remember I posted on my Instagram, it's like day 13 hair for a wash and go. My hair still looked bomb and popping. This is actually the picture. That was day 13 hair. I feel like the main thing with me keeping my hair and curls popping is me not manipulating all that much. I really don't do that many different hairstyles. You'll either see me in a high puff or with my hair down, and then at night, like I said, every night I just pineapple it. I'm not really all over my hair doing all these different hairstyles because I do feel like that kind of makes it old a lot faster. That's probably the main thing. I don't manipulate my hair a lot at all. And another thing, especially for twist outs, I work in smaller sections. I did try doing a twist out video recently, having only like 10 plaits in my hair. It was okay, but it wasn't popping like I usually have my hair. Whereas if I'm doing like 15, 20, maybe 30 twists in my hair lasts way longer. My curls be popping for way longer. Yeah, it's a little bit more time consuming, but that is honestly my secret to popping curls. Working in smaller sections and not manipulating my hair as much. Someone said how to stop your edges from thinning. You gotta stop manipulating them, sis. You gotta stop. You just gotta stop. You gotta stop wearing tight hairstyles, especially tight protective styles. And while you stop manipulating them, start putting oil along your edges at night or in the morning, whatever suits you best. Just watch them flourish from there. Somebody asked, hardest thing about being natural. You know, I would say the hardest thing is how time consuming it can be sometimes. I kid y'all not, sometimes I really get concerned on when the time comes where me and Josh have kids, how the heck I'm gonna be able to do my natural hair and their natural hair. The thought of it kind of scares me sometimes, but that's probably the hardest thing. It's extremely time consuming because like I said, I be wanting my hairstyles to last me and be popping. That takes hours, y'all. If I'm doing a wash day and styling in the same day, my day is over. Someone said, how can I reduce shedding on wash day? You can go the route like I said of making sure that you're conditioning your hair first so it's detangled before you shampoo it and potentially retangle it or remat it. And yeah, basically just avoid using styling tools often. Last question I'm gonna answer. Someone said, why don't you do wigs anymore? Also, I love you too. You've inspired me so much and I thank you for that. Oh, I appreciate that. So actually, I did notice I have been out the wig game for a little too long, honey. Them wigs are coming. I'm just telling y'all now, prepare yourself, okay? Because we are fully immersing ourselves in wig season. We are trying different things. I'm just so excited for y'all to see the looks I'm about to serve and bring y'all. So just know the wig season is coming, but why I stopped, I guess I don't really have an excuse other than like brand deals started coming in. I realized how much the wigs had grown my hair, so I just kind of wanted to enjoy the new length. Because when I first went into my wig season, I wouldn't say I was bald head, but my hair was way shorter than what it is now. Then when I finally got out of wig season, my hair was longer and fuller and flourishing, and I think I just got so used to finally being happy and satisfied with where my natural hair was. I kind of just pushed wigs to the back burner, but Nah, honey, I'm tired of my hair. I need to bring them back. I want to try new looks, so definitely stay tuned for that. That is all I am going to be answering for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it informative and helpful. All the products that I mentioned in this video, I will leave in the description box below, along with direct links to the videos that I mentioned in this video that you guys should check out after this one if you want more information on natural hair, my wash day routine, whatever it may be. But yeah, y'all, really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you are new. Beauty Gang is clearly lit. And until next time, guys, bye.
Move your body cause you're loving the way that you walk. Move your body if you're loving the way that you talk. One time if you're confident. Clap 2 times cause you're on me. Never gave a damn about what they say, cause you handle all your business on a day by day. Head high, chest up, and catch that frame, cause you